Good evening, everyone. Sam and Jamie here for Sacred Oak Temple in Edmonton, Alberta. Today's full moon ritual is also our Samhain ritual. It's a memorial of the people that we know and the people that we love and respect who have died in the past year. And November 1st, 2024. We begin, of course, by saying that we respectfully acknowledge being located in Treaty 6 territory, that this is the traditional lands of the Cree, the Dene, the Blackfoot, Saulteaux, Nakota Sioux, and the Métis peoples. As we remember our ancestors and our honored dead today, let us remember as well the ancestors whose spirits live on in this land, whose names we do not know. I offer tobacco now to the spirits of the land, and I ask for their permission to be here and help to come to belong.
Let us prepare ourselves and purify ourselves now for the task in front of us. Here we are physically apart but united by our common humanity, our common purpose. Take a deep breath, hold, and release. And again. And again. We are prepared to enter sacred space. This is a ritual to honor and remember our ancestors and our honored dead. What is remembered lives on.
And now I'm going to cast a circle. This is a place that is not a place, in a time that is not a time, halfway between the worlds of gods and mortals. This is a place that is all places, a time in eternity, where gods and mortals come together. And this is a place that is our home, time that is our lives, where we can be greater than we thought. We begin today with the West. Water flows and supports. As the sun sets, so our loved ones must leave us. The water of our tears is like the salt water of the sea and like the water of our mother's wombs, and it blesses this circle.
Fiery energy that leaps from heart to heart. As life is a day, so our loved ones have passed into the night. The fire of our life, the memories and courage, the strength given to us by our friend, bless this circle.
Air blows from place to place and connects all who live and breathe. As all that falls shall rise again, so our loved ones will be reborn. The air we breathe, this treasure of our life, the compassionate caring we give each other, blesses this circle.
As the earth forms us, so the bodies of our loved ones shall return to the earth. Our mother feeds us and clothes us. She gives us everything, and, in the end, she takes our bodies back. And earth blesses this circle. Spirit is intention and will and desire.
Through spirit we decide and change the movement of energy to support our will. Welcome, Spirit.
She who is the beauty of the green earth, and the white moon among the stars, and the mystery of the waters, and the desire of the heart, calls unto your soul, arise and come unto her. I call the goddess as the crone, old and wise, as the fates who decide on the destiny of everyone, as hell who rules the land of the dead.
He who is the mystery of death and rebirth, and the Son who brings life, and the mystery of the seed in the earth, and the desire of the heart, calls unto your soul, arise and come unto him. I call the God as the sage, old and wise, as Mimmer, who drinks from the spring at the foot of the world tree, as Pluton, who rules the land of the dead. And now we call the ancestors and our honored dead. I open the way for the dead and for the ancestors to join our circle and bless us. If you have a dead friend, relative, or ancestor that you want to ask advice from, please call out her or his name, out loudly or quietly in your heart, so that they can know that they are remembered. What is remembered lives on.
The dead and ancestors are here. The dead of the pagan communities this year. We remember Arto Antero Alexander Ali,
Joe Raymond,
Paul Nizzoli,
Tam Campbell,
Andrew Ironside,
Nick,
Sarah Greer,
Ken Ra McCaskey,
Ed Fitch,
Tom Digby, also known as Bubbles,
Ronald McPhail,
Richard James,
Rain Redknife, also known as Martha Adkins,
Dagonet Dewar, also known as Duke Egbert,
Jason Olson,
Waylon Dewar,
Bjorn Eric Hartsvang.
and Aunt Margaret.
We recognize that this list is incomplete. Let these we honor embrace those whose names we do not know.
And in the honored dead who are not pagan, I remember Daisaku Aikida, the Buddhist leader.
I remember Rocky, Lyndon, Frida, Beverly, and Lawrence.
And now I remember my father, Eldon Wagar, my brothers, Douglas Wagar and John Shell, my sister, Judith Wagar, my stepfather, Cam Shell, my grandmothers, Rose Mahon and Louisa Wagar, and my ex-wife and the mother of my children, Alice Ratzlaff. When my time comes, may those I loved, or those that knew me, remember me, for what is remembered lives on.
May I ask you now again to say aloud the names of your dead, your ancestors, friends, heroes, and teachers, whether they died this year or many years ago.
Unto them, from whose eyes the veil of life hath fallen, may there be granted the accomplishment of their true wills, whether they will absorption in the infinite, or to be united with their chosen and preferred, or to be in contemplation, or to be at peace, or to achieve the labor and heroism of incarnation on this planet or another, or in any star, or aught else. Unto them may there be granted the accomplishment of their wills, yea, the accomplishment of their wills. Aum, aum, aum.
This is the time of year when the veil between the worlds of the living and the dead are thin. The ancestors walk the earth and check in on their people. It is a very good time for asking their advice for divination. Everyone take a moment now to ground and relax. Think about this coming winter and the past year. What do you need advice from the ancestors about? Think for a minute, then draw a card from the tarot, and that will be the message to you.
You don't have to show it to anybody. You don't have to show anybody your card. And now it's time to bless and share food and drink. Okay, grab the goblet there. We'll share in the three foods of the dead in Northern European tradition. Three foods that were abundant at this time of year. Apples that become sweet after the first frost, and nuts, and pork. Pork from the pigs that had to be slaughtered because they couldn't be fed over the winter. It's not I who bless food and drink, but they who bless us, because in their nature they nourish our bodies. And in sharing food and drink, we create community. May you never hunger. And may you never thirst.
May you never thirst.
So share food and drink with me and with whoever's in your circle at home. And of course, give some to the dead. Another piece of pork?
Thank you.
I don't know.
Thank you to the ancestors for knowledge and for the gift of our lives. Depart now in peace to the land of rest. Blessed be.
Offer some of your food and drink to the gods, of course, and thank them for their presence. They are so much greater than any of the stories we tell about them.
Now it is time to close the circle. Thank you to the goddesses and gods who tend the dead and prepare them for rebirth. The crone, old and wise, the fates who decide on the destiny of everyone, Hel who rules the land of the dead, the sage, old and wise, Mimir who drinks from the spring at the foot of the world tree, and Pluton who rules the land of the dead.
Thank you to Spirit, which makes me part of everything. Hail, Spirit.
We welcome our deaths and our lives. Hail, Earth.
We thank the spirits of the ancestors and the honored dead not yet reborn. Hail, Air.
We remember our heroes and inspiration. Hail, Fire.
And we welcome the ancestors now to incarnate in our children and grandchildren and in our families. Hail, Water.
Before we completely leave sacred space, I would like you all to take 3 deep breaths. Hold them for a second, then release. May we go from this place refreshed and aware. The circle is open, yet unbroken. Merry meet, merry part, and merry meet again. The next full moon rite will be on the 15th of November at 7 p.m. We'll see you then.